Welcome to this episode of the Conscious Business Coffee Break, where we take a few moments to explore what's happening in the conscious business movement, expand awareness, and encourage your efforts in conscious business. Greetings, everyone. I'm Stephen Donaco of the Conscious Business Enterprise, a division of Humanities team. And on today's program, we continue our discussion of the Conscious Business Declaration. And today it's Principle 2. Which is the purpose of conscious business. So just to refresh your memory from last program, I'll just start with the preamble for the declaration itself. And the preamble was, as a global community of business leaders, we are committed to developing the awareness and skills needed to consciously evolve our organizations in alignment with these principles. And last program, we looked at Principle 1. This program, we're going to look at Principle 2, and Principle 1 states, in line with this reality, which is referring to the reality that we are one, the purpose of business is to increase economic prosperity while contributing to a healthy environment and improving human well-being. So let's take a look in each of those elements of Principle 2. So in line with this reality, in other words, the reality that we are all one. So the reality that we are one, it's a state of belief and it's a state of being. And the reality that we are one is a truth that we who practice conscious business hold to be self-evident. So when we talk about the purpose of business, and if we're in alignment with the declaration, it would be the purpose of conscious business. Purpose is, it speaks to what we're going to do to support our belief that we are one. So it takes the next level down. And the purpose of the conscious business in Principle 2 is first to increase economic prosperity. So really what this is saying, it's recognizing that there is enough, that the earth and the universe provide all that we need. And let's look at this in a really practical way. So for one, we live on this amazing planet Earth, which if we come to life on Earth and we honor what the Earth provides us, everything that we need physically to support is on Earth and is being created and regenerated all the time. And there is enough, and we are provided for. So from a physical standpoint, the earth is designed to continue to provide for the life that is always emerging. And then we look at emotional and moral support. And that emotional and moral support that we all have access to, and that we all can experience, emerges from the belief that we are one. So if we're practicing that as our truth, if we're holding that truth that we are one to be self-evident, we will naturally hold others in emotional and moral support and provide that. And then spiritual support, not least. So spiritual support is evidenced by omnipotence and its omnipresence, which means that spirit is omnibeneficent, that it's always good. And it's the substance, the unseen substance that supports us all. It's the thing that animates us. So then we look at the next aspect of this, which is contributing to a healthy environment as the next purpose of business. So this speaks to thoughtfully considering our impact, that we are careful and not careless, that we are proactive and not reactive, that we respect the complexity of life on Earth and the ripple effects of our impact within the context and the reality of that complexity. So this is the proactiveness, and this is the carefulness that I just talked about. So if we're considering our impacts and how they ripple through to affect one another and the earth and our society and our interactions with one another, that is being conscious. And then when we do that in a business context, that is conscious business. And then we have improving human well-being. This is the other thing that we're doing in conscious business. And really, when we say improving human well-being, I look at this as regarding that all business is personal. Now, you may have heard this saying that, don't take it personal, it's just business. Um, to me, that doesn't ring true because all business is personal, because it takes people to make business. Now, this doesn't mean we might make decisions in business that that people might take personally, uh, but it does mean that every impact and every decision and every activity that we do in business, the way that we engage people in business, is indeed personal, and we are being responsible and conscious business people by regarding the personal element of business, because frankly, without people, there is no business to be had. So then let's just review the declaration from the top. Uh, just to remind you of principle one, we are one with humanity and all of life. Business and all institutions of the human community are integral parts of a single reality, interrelated, interconnected, and interdependent. So that is our being state. And then it takes us to principle two, which is what we just reviewed. In line with this reality, that is the reality that we are one. The purpose of business is to increase prosperity while contributing to a healthy environment and improving human well-being. So there you have principle two. And that's the Conscious Business Coffee Break for today. I'm grateful for your presence here. Thank you for everybody who's watching from wherever you are. And I honor your engagement and your showing up as a conscious business person. And thank you in advance for your resonance with the Conscious Business Declaration. If you haven't yet read it, or if you haven't signed it, I invite you to do so. Go to consciousbusinessdeclaration.org, and then we'll see you next time when we talk about Principle 3 on the Conscious Business Coffee Break, which will be on Friday at 9 a.m. U.S. Central Time. Have a great day, everyone.